My parents had me really young. My mom was 16, so they didn't have much to begin with, of course. So they basically started out living in a garage.
Oh,
And looking how times are today, I'm so blessed to be where I'm at. And now I have a home for me and my kid, and it's a great home. So I just see how everything just falls into place.
Vanessa, how's your day going so far?
It's going good. Had a great breakfast. It's going good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate the support to the Moneymalistic channel. How old are you?
I'm 33 years old.
33. Great. And where are you originally from?
San Bernardino, California.
Oh, wow. What brought you to Arizona?
I got married and he brought me to Arizona, and I've been here for a few years now, many years.
You mentioned 13 years.
13 years, yes.
So, what would you describe as your favorite thing about the state?
My favorite thing would probably be the cost of living. California is known to be very expensive, and Arizona is great with gas prices, and the scenery also is very beautiful out here, but it's calm, quiet, and the housing market too is a huge consideration, which is two reasons why I like Arizona.
Nice. Great answer. What do you do for a living?
I am a server.
Perfect. How long have you been doing that for?
Oh gosh. Honestly, probably like 12 years.
12. Wow.
Yeah.
What is one of the most challenging things about your job?
I think just the fast pace. I love the people. I love customers. I love the customers. So I really enjoy what I do. But there's times where it can be extremely hectic, especially when it comes to large crowds. And yes.
What is your favorite thing about your job?
Working with my coworkers. I've known them for a long time too, so that's a lot of fun.
Definitely makes the time go faster when you're
Yes,
with the right people.
absolutely.
Great. What social class were you growing up?
I personally considered middle class. So, my parents had me really young. My mom was 16, so they didn't have much to begin with, of course. So they basically started out living in a garage.
Oh,
So that's how, yeah.
wow. So you guys started living in a garage.
Yes, when my parents were younger, yeah, when I was smaller.
Wow. And then what happened after that?
Over the years, I just saw my parents working hard, and it went from living into a garage into going into apartments, and then from apartments they started owning their first purchase of duplexes, and then from the duplexes they went to buying an actual house, and then from there, and then they went to building a house. So they just slowly over time, it's like growing up was when I noticed, when I was younger as a teenager, that we were able to have a little more.
So you really got to see your parents maybe going from the bottom all the way to the top.
Wow. Yeah. And they were young. Well, we're growing up together, pretty much.
Oh, that's great. Would your family talk about money in general?
Yes, they do. They're absolutely open to talking about money, and I think it's because of their experience, when they first started out, and having a child so young, not knowing a single thing. So yeah, they love to talk about money, and they love to share too about their experiences on how they got to where they are now, and they're completely open so they can see other people succeed too.
What do your parents do?
So my mother's in real estate. My father is too, but he also works for the Southwest Gas Company. But majority of their income is through investments.
Wow. Nice. It'll be quite interesting to have them over,
Yes.
talk about investing and all that. Do you recall your first interaction with money?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay, fine. I'm going to share this because it's a good one. So when I was a teenager, my mom had me open up a credit card because she said it was good for, starting your credit, getting your credit started up and running. And I wasn't informed entirely on how to wisely use the credit card. My mom was like, yeah, you just, get the card, use it, and just pay it back. I'm like, that's it? I didn't know about interest rates or anything. So I just took advantage of that and maxed it out.
Oh my God. How old were you?
I think I was like 18.
Oh, okay. What was your balance on that one?
It was $2,000
Wow.
starting. Yeah. It was a lot to me then. Yeah.
Still a lot of money.
It still was a lot of money today. Yeah.
Wow. And then what did you do when you first got the first notice? All right, you have to pay for this.
That's so embarrassing. Okay. So I was really sheltered as a little girl. My parents did everything for me. I guess I was spoiled, first grandchild too, so, man, this is hard to share because I'm so embarrassed. So the first time I received, notice of payment for the credit card, I wasn't sure how to actually do that. So I sent cash in an envelope and I sent it to, the address of, the company, and they returned it back. Like, what is this? This is not a good form of payment. So yeah, so I had a checking, my mom helped me open that up, but I wasn't aware of how to even pay a credit card.
Okay. You should not feel bad about this. There's actually an interview with Jeff Bezos, from Amazon, that he shares a story where they actually made a purchase. They were selling books when they first got started, and they actually got, I don't remember the country where they did this transaction, but they actually sent money, just cash, and
I'm not the only one?
Yeah, no, you're not. No,
Thank goodness. Wherever you are, let's get together and talk about it.
No, yeah. I mean, you mentioned that your parents sheltered you in a way. Would you consider that to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't think it's a good thing. I know they do it too. Me as a parent myself, you want to shelter them and protect them, and you don't want them growing up too fast. But I think it's important that way when it comes to us, being adults, we know how to wisely to use money, and learn about it and how to balance it and whatnot. So yeah, when I first got married, I didn't know how to do anything either. Like, I barely didn't know how to cook or anything. I didn't know how to really fill out forms. My mom, she would take me out to like the DMV, for example, and help me get my license, and she would fill everything out for me. She's like, okay, sign here. And I'm just like, okay, so it's so important to teach the younger generation about money, I think, and finances.
The good things that you actually got to notice, and I think that's completely different now. Now you know how to do your own paperwork.
Yes. Yeah, I hope so.
That's great. Now, what is the best financial advice you have ever received, and who gave you that advice?
Probably my mom. She would have me put money aside, every paycheck, a small amount, and just keep a nice savings in case of emergencies. So
I thought she was going to be like, make sure you buy your first house as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, no, that was my dad's advice. Yeah.
All right. And okay, so then that's your dad's then?
Yeah, so for my dad, coming from both my parents, my dad recommended buying a house. Probably I've been in it for 10 years now. And back then it was like $140,000 for my home. It's a 2-story home. It's 2,000 square foot. And at the time it was a lot for me, I was still serving it, at the restaurant. But he recommended that now is the time. I'm going to help you. And so it was scary. It's a huge purchase, and he helped me with it financially too. And he lent me some money, and every year we had to pay him a lump sum for the home. So, and looking back and looking how times are today, I'm so blessed to be where I'm at. And now I have a home for me and my kids, and it's a great home. So I just see how everything just falls into place,
I mean, I can tell that has definitely been a long journey, there's been ups and downs. Mm-hmm. But I think even through your parents' experience, you've actually learned so much about, coming from, I guess we could even say coming from nothing.
Right.
And then, just keep fighting on and on until you actually make it to where you become an investor.
Yeah.
So that is something great, you know, that you were able
Yeah.
to be taught through your parents.
Absolutely. Best advice I've ever gotten.
Oh, now,
Sorry.
no, you're good, you
I'm like,
know.
dang it.
No, it's just human emotion. There's nothing wrong about it. I mean, it just happens, you know.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that everything is still, you know, working. Everything is still good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I do want to touch on our conversation through the phone. You mentioned that one of the worst financial advice that you received was through a friend that had a story about a car. Do you recall that one?
Yes. So I have friends, they love to just live life, and it just comes and we just go. And so they recommended about, just buying, whatever you want, get the car, get the purse, the expensive purses that she had bought in a very expensive vehicle. And now her payments are like $800 a month. And I'm like, what? You know what I could be using with that kind of money? So that just, yeah, to my opinion, like, oh, I don't know about that.
Do you remember what car it was?
It was like a Dodge.
Oh,
Kind of like a van. I don't know exactly, but it was a Dodge.
I mean,
No offense to Dodge, but
if it was a van for $800 a month,
yeah.
wow, that definitely, got really expensive. All right, let's touch a little bit about financial decisions. I mean, I was going to ask you what is your best financial decision, but I guess that you've mentioned that your house was a great, it was a great investment, probably like the biggest purchase you've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, you bought it for $140,000, and then you went ahead and continue to give the down payment and then your monthly payments. And right now, that house, how much do you think it's worth as of right now?
Like right now, I owe about 140. It's worth like 325.
Wow. So you definitely bought during a great time.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there anything else that you wish you could have done, during that time?
Not quite. Not quite. I don't believe so. Cause that was huge for me, and it wasn't working as much as I'm working now. So, financially, I don't think I could have. If anything, I wish I would have bought another one.
Yeah.
Same time, like.
2 for 1. Huh?
Yes.
Alrighty. How about the other side of the spectrum? The worst financial decision you've ever made?
The worst financial decision I've ever made. Honestly, I think that credit card was a great experience. Probably the worst financial decision I've ever made, because after all those years paying it off, I wasn't making a lot either at the time. I've learned a lot.
What did you buy? I mean, you racked 2,000.
I know. Well, I was 18, a lot on food, gas, and movies, probably just buying clothes. Nothing important really at all.
Do you recall how much was the interest rate?
I think it was like probably just a little over 20%.
Wow. It sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to pay it off?
Like 4 years.
Oh, wow.
4 years. And I think it was because I wasn't working that much. So I was just putting a little bit at a time towards the card, and I just prolonged.
What were you doing at the time?
Well, I was married at the time, so I was mainly at home.
Okay.
I only worked little part-time jobs here and there, so wasn't doing much, just taking care of the family.
Well, you paid it off.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
And I like to say that that's the most difficult job in the world, to be a mom. There's so much to do.
Yes.
And it doesn't pay very well. Monetarily.
Free.
Monetarily, but it does pay with a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Being there for your kids, I think, is most important. Being there, like, physically, emotionally, and mentally for them. Instead of just being on the go, like how we see society today. Everything's so much more expensive now, that it takes 2 parents, to bring in that income to pay their bills and their mortgage. And that just leaves less time to be at home, so.
How would you describe your relationship with money?
It's great. I love money. I ain't gonna lie. I really do. It's something that we need, but it's also something that I don't idolize either, because I think once we get in that mindset of just wanting to just make more, we start to, just kind of become addicted into finding other things, and then we forget about what's really important in life.
And would you consider that you're comfortable with your current financial situation?
No, not really.
Why is that?
Because I think in order for me personally to be financially comfortable is learning or figuring out a way to bring in more money so I can be home more with my kids. Like that's my main goal. So I'm hoping that, I figure that out soon.
You have to come up with a plan and execute it.
That's right.
If you could go back in time and change one financial decision, which one would it be and why?
I wish honestly, it's probably that credit card. It haunts me till this day. I can't believe how long it takes because knowing now, if I use like $300 for a purchase, I immediately just put it right back at the end of the month. I'm like, okay, great. And then your credit's wonderful. So it took a while, even just to get my credit up and going. So that was probably the worst financial decision I've ever made. After that, I feel, and with time and, experience, I'm really comfortable when it comes to finances and handling money now.
That's great. Yeah. If someone were to give you those $2,000 as of right now, what would you do with that money?
Honestly, I'd probably save. I put it in savings. Okay. I'd put it away until I come up with an idea or a possible investment that I might be interested in. So
nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's go over our first section called Would You Rather. I'm going to give you this metal container, and then you're going to go ahead and pull 5 numbers, one at a time, and then based on the number that you get, I'll give you...
Looking around?
I'll give you the question.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Here's the one. 21.
21. Vanessa, would you rather receive your whole pay for the year at once or get paid bi-weekly?
Receive my whole payment for the year at once.
Wow, you're the first person that actually says that.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I just think it opens more opportunity, in my opinion, to put the money into like an investment or something like that, or maybe a purchase for a home, a down payment. That's my mindset now. It's like, okay, I have one home, I need another one, rent this one out. So I think having that option and having money there that you can use, I totally pick that one.
Great. I really like to see the enthusiasm about, I know that I can do this. I know that I can manage the entire lump sum of money. So that's great.
Thank you.
Alrighty, you can just toss it to the side and let's go over the second one.
Okay. Let's see. 15.
15. Oh. Would you rather go to jail for 10 years for stealing $1 million, but get to keep it when you get out, or be on the run for the rest of your life with none of the money, but you get to avoid jail?
10 years? I mean, I'm 33. I think I look pretty good right now. So another 10 years. Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, or be on the run.
Be on the run.
But I have that money?
But yeah. So it says, I'll read it one more time.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So you either go to jail for 10 years because you stole $1 million and you get to keep it. Okay? So you serve your 10 years and then you keep that $1 million, or you'll be in the run for the rest of your life. But I mean, you don't get any of the money. And then you...
I'll go to jail.
Yeah? Wow. I
could do 10 years. Like, it's okay. Just behave, and maybe I'll get out early. I don't know.
I like this. I mean, we've asked this before on the channel, and usually people decide to, no, like, I will avoid jail. So that's good. I mean...
wow, really?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, it's fun.
Should I be worried?
No, you're disrupting the standard. We have to make it
okay,
funny.
good. I'm just being honest.
And what would you do with that $1 million?
I probably, honestly, I like business. So I would always, one day I would like to own a business, still searching for what that is. And I'd probably buy business.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Do you have any like top 3 ideas of what you would like to do when it comes to business?
Yeah. So, I've been in the hospitality industry for a long time. So, I would probably buy like a franchise, or, properties such as like apartments and stuff. I think I'd like to manage, something like that. I think that's all I can think of.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's go over the third one.
Okay. 28.
20. I'm getting a lot of 20s again. Vanessa, would you rather borrow money from your parents at a 0% rate or get a loan from a bank at a 5.99.
Borrow money from my parents. That's easy. That's what I did. That is an experience. And I'm blessed. I'm thankful. You know, a lot of people don't have that, you know, opportunity, you know, to be able to do that. And I'm, darn, don't cry. Again. So I just feel extremely fortunate, you know, and my parents, they're also extremely blessed. And if I have that option, and that's something that we should do, you know, for our kids. And that's something I would like to do for my kids, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. Like to help them get up on their feet because life is hard, right? And we have that mindset like, oh, once you're 18, you're out of here. No, like let's help them get on their feet just so they don't have to struggle. You know, I'm not saying to spoil them, give them, you know, whatever they want, like, you know, they did to me. Okay, they did spoil me, you know, because then they don't learn nothing. But yeah, so that is 100%. I'd do it all over again and completely give my parents a phone call. Are you back in 2 years? 3?
I like to assume that then you're very, very close. You have a really good family relationship with them.
Yes, I do.
All right, let's go with the fourth one.
Okay. 5.
5, low number. That's good. Would you rather spend $1 million on travel or spend $1 million on a house?
Travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, travel is just, I love it. You get to explore, experience different cultures. Having like the huge house and everything, fancy home, I don't feel like that's what life's entirely about. I mean, it's nice to have those things. I think I like nice, sorry, I keep hitting the mic.
No, you're fine. No.
I like nice things. I like having nice things. You know, when I bought my home, it was a huge fixer-upper. And it just slowly over time, I was able to do little things here and there, like get granite countertops and put in new tile, which I completely messed up, but I learned. You know, and the cabinets. And so just a decent place for me, I think, is good enough, you know. But honestly, I'd probably love to travel with my family, friends, and just enjoy life.
Where will you go?
Okay, well, I've always wanted to go to Switzerland, Fiji. I really want to go to Europe.
Oh, nice.
Wine. So I want to go to the winery, vineyard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably buy one of those too.
Sounds like a plan. All right, let's go with the last one then.
Okay, let's go. 26.
26. It's an interesting one. I like this one. Would you rather have a bank account for every single financial goal that you have, or have one bank account that holds everything?
I'd probably have one bank account. I think that'd just be easier to manage for me personally. Like I have all these, like, not a lot, but I have a few credit cards that are in different, you know, companies. I'm like, darn, I forgot to pay this one. It's 2 days late, you know? So probably just one.
Nice.
Yeah.
It'll be easier to organize that.
I think so.
Alrighty, so now we're going to go over our second section, or second segment. This one is called What Do You Think? This one is mostly about opinions and thoughts on money. So same process. You're going to go ahead and grab 5 numbers, one at a time.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Got it. Okay. 4.
4. What do you think? Are student loans a good or a bad investment?
I don't think that they're bad. I think student loans can be a good thing because I feel like if we just get everything free, you know how they're kind of pushing that a little bit, we take it for granted, right? But when we work hard and knowing that it's something that's coming out of our pocket that we got to pay back, I think it's more encouraging to finish. So I think student loans is okay.
Perfect. Let's go with the second one.
Okay. Oh,
Don't worry.
so
don't worry.
sorry.
No,
You got a bunch in there left. 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
What do you think? This one should be easy for you. Is it better to rent or to buy a house?
Should buy a house. 100%.
100%. No hesitation on that answer. All right. We'll keep you short for that one. Let's go with the third one of this.
23.
23. Is time the most valuable asset that we have as humans?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I think it's so easy to lose focus, you know, when it comes to figuring things out in life. So I think the way we spend our time too makes a huge impact in our life. I feel like I've kind of wasted a bit of time, and I look back and realize how long I've been at the restaurant, which is great. I love it. I love my job. But then I realized like I probably could have done a little more, maybe gone to school for the years. So time is extremely valuable. It just depends on where you put it.
Okay. Great. I agree with you. I think that we all learn as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as we don't lose focus on what we're actually trying to accomplish, it should be good to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with the fourth one.
Oh, okay. 19.
19.
Yeah.
What percentage of our check should we put into savings every month?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
You mentioned that your mom actually would always tell you, and that was
A couple $100 every month.
a couple.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe 10%. Is that?
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah.
10%?
Whichever you think is right.
Yeah.
There's no. I like to say this, and I say it. I think like I've been saying it in every single video. Like there's no right or wrong answer. So whatever you say, it is right for you, and that's it. And like I mean,
Yeah.
the viewers are gonna have a different opinion, but again, like this is no judgment area. I like to call it that, and whatever you feel that is right, it is right.
A little really does go a long way. So,
The power of compound interest,
Mm-hmm.
little by little. All right. So then you would say like a couple hundreds, like 200, 300, 400.
Probably like 200 to 300 a month.
Oh yeah, that would definitely go a long way.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, let's go with the last one then.
Oh, okay, yes. 8.
8, favorite
Yeah.
number.
Okay.
What will you consider a good emergency fund?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a spender, so probably 6 months minimum
Good.
for me.
That's good.
So, you can't waste time, like you said. Time is valuable. So if I'm over here planning for like a year in advance, it gives me more time to just kind of sit back, relax, right? But if I have like 6 months, okay, I have 6 months of funds, I'm gonna pay my bills. I better get on it, So.
Alrighty, so that was the last one. And then finally, just to wrap it up, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience? Do you have any final thoughts?
Well, when it comes to finances and money, I think it's just not to lose focus, regarding what's important in life. I know money is a necessity; it's something that we need, but at the end of the day, or say perhaps time, because time is limited, right? So tomorrow's not even promised, so we could just go in an instant. And that's something that we won't be taking with us, right? Our money, our large homes, and our luxury lifestyles regarding purses. And so just as a reminder, to be wise, be smart, but don't forget that it's not the most important thing in life. I think it's family, being surrounded by your loved ones and making memories.
All right, Vanessa, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please support the channel by subscribing, commenting, and liking the video. The question of the day is the following. Let me know your opinions, thoughts, comments, and constructive criticism in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video.